The only thing you need to find love is a belief that you are lovable. Reprogram your subconscious mind for success. Remember, it has a job, and its job is to do what you tell it. Your job is to tell it exciting things, understanding the prerequisite. Hi, this is Marisa Peer talking to you today about something really important: why you don't yet love yourself and how to change. I work with many people who have no idea how to fall in love with themselves. They've read a book that says love yourself, but it doesn't really mean anything. How do you love yourself? Well, first of all, it is vital, essential, crucial for you to love yourself. If you want anyone to love you and be with you and stay with you, they have to believe you're worth loving. And if you attract someone by faking it and pretending, they very quickly work out that you don't think you're worth it. Then they don't think you're worth it. So what I see so many people doing is this classic mistake of trying to make someone else love them. I'm going to find this guy and try to make him love me. I'm going to find this girl, this woman, and try to make them love me. I'm going to run after love, chase after love, work so hard. I'm going to earn that love of being super good or super hot or super nice or super indispensable. And that is all a mistake. Love is not to be earned. Love is not to be worked for or run after or bought or even traded. And if you want to find love, there's one thing you have to change. It is not your body. It's not your weight, your shape, your size, the years on your birth certificate. Nothing has to be snipped off or injected in to make you feel lovable. Nothing has to be bought, added, taken away. The only thing you need to find love is a belief that you are lovable. You see, people love you to the degree that they think you're worthy of being loved. We all know that story. I couldn't find a partner. I was in an emotional wasteland, a relationship wasteland for 4 years. I met someone, and how weird, in that same month, 3 other people asked me out. That's because when someone loves you and goes, hey, I just called to hear your voice. I just rang your answering machine just to hear your voice. I just was looking at your picture. I just checked in to say you're the best thing that's ever happened. We think, oh, I'm so lovable now. When we feel lovable, other people also notice that we are lovable. But here's the mistake we make. We go to someone, hey, could you make me feel lovable? Could you make me believe I'm worth loving? Could you love me? Could you meet my unmet need to feel lovable, to feel desirable, to feel worthy? Somebody go, yeah, of course. You want me to love you? I'll sign up for that. I can make you feel lovable, desirable, sexy, worth being with. But the problem is when you give someone the job of making you feel lovable, you also give them the job of removing that whenever they want to. They may turn up for a week, a year, 5 years, but if their job is to make you feel good about you, the other side of that coin is when they leave, you feel bad about you. Oh, I'm not lovable. After all, that person that loved me found someone younger, taller, nicer, smarter. The only person who can make you feel really good about you is you. You must fall in love with yourself. Of course, you can find love, attract love, maintain love, but the other person can only make you feel as lovable as you already know that you are. So you have to fall in love with you. And once you do that, it's a game changer. When you fall in love with yourself, it's a lifelong romance. It never bores you. It never tires you. No shaving or waxing is involved in order to fall in love with yourself. You don't have to dress up for it. You can just be yourself. And here's another truth. You are going to spend the longest relationship in your entire life with you. You may have kids, but you're 30 when you have them. You may find love when you're 30, but they didn't have those first 30. Your parents may love you, but they die before you. The longest relationship you will ever have in your entire life is with yourself. You might as well fall in love with yourself. And by the way, if you think, oh, I've got friends who need to hear this, like, share, sign up. Help other people understand that in order to attract love, you have to feel lovable. Now I can hear the question, but yeah, okay, but how? Well, it's very easy. First of all, you think of what would someone who would love you say to you? Imagine you got the best lover in the world. What would they say? Well, you know what they'd say. Hey, I just love the very bones of you. I'm in love with your soul. I just love you. You're the best thing that ever happened. What do all those songs go? I can't live without you. You're the best thing that ever happened to me. So say it to yourself. Think of what you most want to hear and say it. Hey, I love you. I'm in love with you. You're amazing. Every time you go past the mirror, go, there you are. Look at you, you beautiful creature. Look at you. You are lovable. You're kind. You're warm. You're nice. You're funny. You got a big heart. Say everything you long to hear and dream of hearing to yourself. When you say it, your mind doesn't go, who's saying that? Who's saying that? He goes, oh, you're saying it? Well, if you say it, it must be true. You see, your mind knows someone else go, hey, I love you so much. Can you lend me $20? Your mind understands that other people can manipulate you with praise. If you say it, it must be true. If you say, I love myself, or I can't love myself, I've got fat legs, it must be true. So think about the words you most want to hear. Say them and say them and say them. And just like putting lotion on dry skin, they will sink in and nourish you from the inside out. Nourish your soul with words where you nourish your chapped lips with Vaseline, and it will nourish you. Look in the mirror and go, I love you, I love you, I love you because you're lovable. Don't ever go, I love you because you're smart, because you're a size 6, because you earn a lot of money, because you're a great dentist. No. I love you because you're lovable. So say the words you always wanted to hear. Fill up that missing part of you with your own words. Nourish your soul and spirit with words. Look in the mirror and say, I love you. I know it feels silly, but who cares if it brings to you lasting love? Isn't that worth it? Believe you are lovable. When you know you are lovable just the way you are, you allow the whole world to see that, of course, you are lovable just the way you are. And we live in a world that's been very unfair, and it's made us believe that only perfect people find love. But that's not true. I love the fact that now, especially in my country, there are 2 girls with Down syndrome who are models. In America, there is a girl, Amy Mullins, who is missing her lower limbs, and she's a catwalk model, married to Rupert Friends, a massive movie star. There's a girl, I believe her name is Carmen Young Brown, who has vitiligo, impetigo, and is a Gap model, and is extraordinarily beautiful, but not perfect. And you see, you don't have to be beautiful to find love. You don't have to be perfect. In my experience of 33 years, people who try to be perfect are always unhappy. You know, as they almost always are, alone. Supermodels get left. Beautiful people don't even get asked out because people think, well, no, they've got a perfect life. Many of my clients who are models and rock stars say, I'm lonely. People don't ask me out. I worked with a beautiful, breathtaking model who said all the men I date diminish me and put me down because they feel I'm too beautiful for them. If beauty made you happy, every beautiful person would be happy, and we know what they're not. We know that Whitney Houston, extraordinarily beautiful, was unhappy. Heath Ledger, what a beautiful, beautiful man, was unhappy. So if you want to feel lovable, fall in love with yourself. Nobody can do it like you can. And when you fall in love with yourself, instead of saying, oh, could you make me feel good? Could you make me feel good? Could you make me feel good? You go, well, I feel good. I am good. I'm here. I'm lovable. And if you want to join in and we can love each other, that's great. I love me. And you can love me. And I can love you. And I hope you already love you, because I can only love what's already there. I don't want a broken person to try and put back together again. You know, hurt people hurt people. Damaged people damage people. You can start from being hurt. You can start from being damaged. And you heal your very soul when you fall in love with yourself. And by the way, we all know that if a bodybuilder wants to make a muscle bigger, they must break it, rest it, and build it up. And a broken heart is just the same. It's broken, and then it builds up bigger and better. And if you've had a broken heart, then you have a big, beautiful heart. Your scars make you more beautiful. Allow yourself to find love by doing the one thing that guarantees you'll find it. Know you're lovable. Know you're worth it. Fall in love with yourself. You may have heard about the habits that allow you to become successful, the habits of highly effective people, the habits of success. But there are habits also that destroy success, that interfere with your ability to be successful, that can actually sabotage yourself. And one of those habits is being a perfectionist, believing that it'll be perfect. You know, we train people in RTT, my own version of Rapid Transformational Therapy, and I noticed that I'd look in the class and say to my sister, gosh, you know, that person, they're going to be an amazing therapist. Look at this one. They're so good. And then to our horror, they don't seem to pick it up. What happened? They go, I'm just waiting to be even better. I just thought I'd do another course and read another book and study a bit more. I'm like, no. You won't meet a waitress who says, I'm waiting to be perfect at waiting tables to begin. A plumber who says, I'm waiting to really be perfect at plumbing to begin. But when you often have your own job, your own business, your own dream, your own goal, you get sucked into waiting to be perfect. You know what makes you perfect? Doing it. You learn by every mistake you make. So a number one habit to stop you being successful is waiting for perfection. Waiting to be perfect. There is no perfect. The best people in the world are not perfect. Begin it now. Don't hesitate. It says in the Bible, he who hesitates is lost. Take action. That's one of the habits of success, taking action every day in the direction of your goals, not waiting to be perfect to take those actions. Another habit that stops success is doubting yourself. What if, what if, what if? You know, when I was asked to write a book, I met a publisher and oh, you know, we want you to write this book and we love what you've done so far. And can you do this? When they asked me, I really thought, you know, I don't actually know if I can do what they're requesting. They're asking me to come up with all this information. And I said, yes, I can do it. I had no idea if I could or would, but I wasn't going to go, no, I can't. I said yes, not even knowing how I would pull it off. And yet, as it happened, it all came to me. So the self-doubt, what if I get it wrong? What if I can't do it? My belief is say yes to everything. If it doesn't work out, you can extract yourself. If you say no, just in case, it's like saying, what if I'm not a great parent? What if I don't love my baby? What if? Well, there's a chance that will happen, but usually you learn as you go along. So self-doubt, trying to be perfect. And here's another habit, sabotaging yourself. Procrastination, why do you do that? Well, let's take a look at this success killer habit. Two actually. I procrastinate and I self-sabotage. The reason you do this is because you have a belief, I'm not really good enough. I've always had this dream of bringing this idea to market, starting my own business, but what if I start it and it all goes horribly wrong? Then I've ruined my dream. But if I just sabotage myself and never go, I can say, well, you know, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. But while I was getting it together, someone else came up with the same idea. Or I just was destructive, I ruined it. I worked with someone who got offered a part on Broadway. That's a huge thing. That was her dream. When she got the part, she got fatter and fatter and fatter until they said, look, you know, we gave you this part. You had a perfect dancer's body. What have you done? She said, I don't know. But I knew. She was so scared that when the play opened, the musical opened, they go, oh no, she was terrible, that she decided it was more comfortable to say, well, you know, I got so fat I couldn't even be in that part. And I had to tell her the truth. Look, they wouldn't give you the part if they didn't see something in you. If your boss says you can do this, if your employer says you can do it, they're seeing something in you. And you have to see in you what they see in you. And even if you don't, remember when your mind expands something new, it doesn't go back. So give yourself a leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Say, I can do it. Remember that expression, if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. To say, I can do it. I can do it. I can really, really do it. I used to sing that song from Cinderella. You can do it, you can do it, you can really, really do it. And whenever I had a thing, I was asked to produce an audio, give a talk, and I think, oh, what do I know? Who am I to turn up and lecture doctors? I'd sing that little ditty, and it sent a message to my mind. And you see, your mind can't hold conflicting beliefs. When you're going, I can do it, it can't go, no, you can't. When you're saying, I'm doing it, this is great, don't stop me now, I'm having a good time, I'm having the time of my life, your mind can't come up, no, you're not. So the mind is a single track mind. If you keep it on what you want, you can't keep it on what you don't want. If you keep it on what you don't want, you can't keep it on what you want. And we have a product called I'm Enough, and it's all about how to develop the habits of success, how to join the percentage of people who have it all. Because you know what? You can have it all and all at the same time. If you have good habits, if you install good habits and disinstall negative habits. We'll say, well, some people are just lucky they're born like that. Sure they are, but it doesn't matter. You can adopt good habits, acquire good habits, wire in good habits, and after a while, it feels like you've always had them. If you acquire the habit of running, you don't go, well, I've been running for 4 years, but it never felt natural. Just do it, then it becomes natural. And while you're installing the good habits, you are uninstalling forever the negative habits. Let me tell you about a few more. So here's another very bad habit, comparing yourself to other people. You know, we all learn in a unique way. Some people learn fast, some people learn slow. I failed my driving test 3 times, could have been 4 actually, but now I never go on the road and think, you know, I'm not equal to these other drivers because they probably passed their driving test the first time. It's a bit like that expression, it doesn't matter how many times it takes to get up a mountain. When you get to the top, you have the same view as everybody else. So don't compare, oh, that person is lucky, that person is better than me. You have a unique skill set. You can't compare yourself to other people. When I started to work in personal development amongst doctors and eminent physicians, it was very easy to go, well, they're a physician, who am I to have an opinion? But now those same physicians come to me and ask me for my opinion because I've earned my place. I didn't start off equal to them, far from it. I was this crazy girl with these woo-woo ideas, but I earned my place over time. And I don't compare myself. Someone said to me once, have you got a medical degree? I went, no. But you know what? I have got loads and loads and loads of happy clients and a very healthy bank balance. And I don't need a medical degree to have what I have. And you can do that too. You're unique. You have a unique skill set. Do not compare yourself. Here's another very negative habit to give up. Overwhelming yourself with too many tasks, waking up with this huge list of what to do, and at the end of the day you've only done a third of it, now you feel like a failure. Don't do that, and don't be jack of all trades and a master of none. If you have a gift, you're supposed to work on that gift, not do every other gift too. Be really good at what you do and let other people be good at what they do. And don't feel bad if you're working with people who are more gifted than you in one area, because you have your gift. And that's all you need, your gift. You know, I see this with kids in school who go, well, I'm not good at sport. I'm like, but you're good at computers. Imagine if the whole world was all good at everything. We'd have no restaurants, all be amazing cooks. We wouldn't employ gardeners, we'd all be brilliant. We wouldn't employ IT people to come and fix stuff. We wouldn't employ anyone to fix anything. The world would be very unfair if we were all good at everything. We would go out of business if we could all do everything. You're only supposed to be good at one thing. And people who are really good will say, this is my area of excellence. I'm good at this. That's all they need to be good at. After all, if you went to a hospital and say, hey, I've got one doctor, he does everything. He's a heart surgeon, an orthopedic surgeon, a cancer surgeon. He works with children, he delivers babies, he works with skin. No. You have a specialist in every area. Go to an amazing restaurant. They don't have one chef. They have a pastry chef, a meat chef, a dessert chef. Go to a school. I'm the history teacher. I'm the English teacher. I'm the science teacher. They are each an expert in their own field. They don't go, but I'm going to compare myself as the science teacher to the drama teacher. Remember that. Here's another bad habit you don't have to have: making rash decisions. Successful people tend to, on the whole, make their mind up quite slowly and very rarely change. Other people make their mind up so fast and change it and change it and change it. Take your time. Don't make rash decisions. Don't rush. Don't operate out of fear. And oh my God, I've got to make a decision now. You can sleep on it. You can say, I need time to think about this. You know, one of my friends who was in television, I got a job on TV and I really wanted it. And I said, you know, what shall I do? And they asked me how much money I want, because I feel scared of asking for too much in case they don't give it. She said, look, here's the truth. If you ask for too much and they want you, they won't go, are you kidding? They'll negotiate you down. If you don't ask for enough, they will never negotiate you up. And when they give you the contract, say, I need some time to think about this. If they want you, they'll wait for you. And I learned, because she was so smart, not to make rash decisions. And here's the last habit, and it's so important. I'm saving the easiest and the very best to last. Praise yourself a lot. Take a minute right now with me and think of what you would like to hear to make you know you're a success. Would you like someone to say, oh my God, you know, you're brilliant at what you do. You're gifted, you're talented, you're innovative. I love your product. I love what you've invented, written, created. Would you like that? Well, why don't you take a minute and say that yourself? I am creative. I've created something amazing. When I wrote my first book, every day I just go, wow, this book is amazing. This book is sensational. When it got published, I thought, actually, it's not quite as good as I said it was. I could really see in the first 3 chapters that I'd never written before. Then it got better. But imagine if I wrote it going, well, it's not very good. It's really amateur. I can see what I'm doing wrong. I wouldn't have had the courage. I had to say it's great, it's amazing, it's a bestseller, in order to have the courage to go out there. And you have to tell yourself what you need to hear. You have to praise yourself. If you work for yourself, if you're a startup, if you're looking for investment, no one's going to come along and go, yay, amazing you. You have to do it, and it will make you grow in confidence, grow in self-esteem. Before you go to meet investors, customers, clients, stop and say, this product is amazing, I'm amazing. You know why we buy stuff? Whatever we buy, it's because of how it makes us feel. We spend so much money on Apple phone. We could buy a cheaper one, but that little Apple thing makes us feel good. We buy expensive shampoos. They make us feel good. If you can find anything that makes people feel good, they will buy it. So instead of doubting yourself, think about what could you bring to the market? What could you work on already? What could you do to make your customers, your buyers, your listeners, your readers, your audience feel good? If you can find that, you'll be amazing. And while you're doing it, praise yourself. Be the boss you've always wanted. The customer who gives you the best feedback, give it to yourself. Wire in that habit of extraordinary success along with all the others, and you will move to success, and success will move to you, and failure, holding back, putting yourself down, criticizing yourself, being rash, making mistakes, procrastinating, they will all disappear. There'll be something you used to do that cannot, will not, do not affect you or influence you or impact you. Everybody wants to be happy, and we're all looking to be happy. And we seem to have this weird belief that there's some destination we're going to get to one day called happiness, but there's no destination called happiness. There's no terminal you're ever going to arrive at in your life called this is the happy place. If you want to be happy, and why wouldn't you want to be happy? Here's the way to be happy. You got to be happy right now. I see so many people who go, I'll be happy when my kid can walk, when my kid can feed themselves. I'll be happy when my kid's gone to school. I'll be happy when. And if you buy into that, I'll be happy when, you're never happy, because when never comes. I'll be happy when I'm married, I'm single, and if I could find a great person, I'll be happy. And then you know what you do? You just swap all the problems of being single to having to compromise with somebody else, because you have this belief, I'll be happy when. So if you want to be happy, here's how to be happy. Decide to be happy right now. Don't do that. I'll be happy when I get to my holiday. I'm super stressed at the airport. I'm having a manic moment. But when I get there, I'll be happy. Because now you've told your mind that happiness is somewhere you're going to. Tell your mind the truth. I am happy right now. I've decided to be happy in the moment. I'm choosing to be happy. You see, your mind is set up to do what you tell it. And every time you say to your mind, I'll be happy when, it believes that happiness is out there and you're going there, but you might never get there. When you go, I'm happy right now. I'm happy packing. I'm happy at the stress of the airport. I'm happy this minute. I am choosing to be happy. Then your mind understands the truth. Happiness is now. You're not going to happiness. You're not looking for happiness. And by the way, nobody else can make you happy, while an amazing partner, a great career, a wonderful kid will enhance your happiness. If you give that to someone else, my partner's going to make me happy. Having a baby is going to make me happy. Having a great job where I get recognized is going to make me happy. Getting praise is going to make me happy. Do you know what you're doing? You're giving someone else the responsibility to make you happy. And if you say to them, here you go, you make me happy, that will work for a while, but then, you know what you're giving them? You're giving them power to make you unhappy. I want a little baby to be happy, and I got it, but now that baby is a 14-year-old teenager that doesn't want to speak to me. People say, oh, you know, you make me feel amazing, and then the other side of that is you make me feel so angry and so lonely and so unimportant. Don't give your power to be happy to anyone else. It's up to you. And don't wait to be happy. Choose to be happy right now, in the moment. I mean, look at little children. The rain makes them happy. A puddle makes them happy. Everything makes them happy because they live in the moment. Happiness is an inside job. Go inside you, live in the moment. I promise you, if you make a decision, I'm going to be happy right now, no matter what, and everything I do, you'll train your mind to be happy. And here's another great thing that I find really works to be happy. When you wake up in the morning, start going, wow, this tea is amazing. This coffee is sensational. I love the smell of the shower gel. I love the sheets. I love waking up. I had to make myself do this, and it completely changed my life. I wake up and go, I love my life. I love being here. My first coffee, go, I love this coffee. I love my sheets. I love everything. And that's not really true, but if you can make your mind be happy with little wins, every time you eat something, it's sensational. Make a phone call, go, this is great. I'm reading, I'm watching my favorite show. This is amazing. When you sit down at the end of the day to watch Netflix, go, this is amazing. This is wonderful. You're training your mind to celebrate tiny little things. And when you get big things, every day feels like Christmas. So if you want to be happy, live in the moment. Keep telling yourself the tiniest little thing makes you happy, because that's what children do. And do not ever give your responsibility to be happy to someone else. I'll be happy when? I'll be happy when I'm rich, when I look good, when I'm thinner, when I'm married. Because I work with people who are rich, thin, married, and millionaires. You know what? They're miserable. I remember going to somebody's wedding, a very dear friend of mine, and she was so stressed about making this wedding perfect that she forgot to enjoy it. I know my daughter's first birthday was a great event, and I forgot to take a single picture because I was so busy making sure she was happy and everyone else was happy. The next day I had to restage this party just to take the photos. Happiness is being in the moment, living in the moment. And sometimes I go to events and I watch people and they're so busy filming it that they're not in it. They're no longer in the moment. They're no longer enjoying a coffee or a lunch or a concert because they're filming it instead of being in it. And there's nothing wrong with filming it, but when you finished your filming, put the camera down, be in the moment. The moment is all you ever have. live in the moment. So let me summarize for you. You're not going anywhere to be happy. Happiness is not out there, it's here, right now, this moment, and you can choose to be happy. And I promise you, this sentence will change your whole life if you say it every day. I'm choosing to be happy, choosing to live in the moment. I'm choosing to always find happiness. I'm not looking for it, but I'm finding it because it's all around me. So remember, there is no destination called happiness. Happiness is an inside job. Choose to be happy. Never give your power to be happy to someone else. Because if you give them the power to make you happy, you know what you're giving them? Of course, the power to later make you unhappy. Live in the moment. Celebrate every small win. Teach your mind to be happy. And then your mind will start to feed it back to you without you even noticing, and you'll start to notice that you are happy all the time. Go ahead and make some comments below about the things that already make you happy, so other people think, oh yeah, I could do that. I never thought I could just do that, and then I would be happy. And remember, if you talk to a kid, what makes you happy? They go, the rain, the wind. When I was in Africa, I asked somebody what made them happy. They said the sun, the dark, the light, the cold, the beach, the sea, because they naturally do that. They live in the moment. Live in the moment, choose to be happy. Remember that sentence you're going to say. Every day I'm choosing to be happy. I'm choosing to be happy right now. I used to have an agony column. People would write to me all the time going, I don't know what's wrong with me, and I can't get what I want from life, and I self-sabotage, and I've got all these destructive habits, and I guess I was just born like that. I'd write back and go, you know, that's not true. No baby is born saying, how can I sabotage myself? How can I destroy my confidence? You are born with phenomenal confidence. And many of us don't understand that our subconscious mind is an amazing tool, but it's almost like the instructions are in German and you don't speak German. The instructions are non-existent. You know, I stay in Airbnbs all over the world and often happen to find that they've got some weird washing machine with no instructions, and I can't use it because I don't know what to do, or I can only do one cycle and never get the best of it. And our mind is pretty much the same. We come onto the planet with an amazing, phenomenal, incredible, impressive mind. And your mind has a job. And it's a great job. Your mind's job is to do what you tell it to do. And you have a job. And your job is to tell your mind exactly what you want using specific, detailed language. Let me say that again because it is so important. And by the way, please share this, please like this, please subscribe, because most of your friends have this same issue. They don't understand the power of their mind and they have no idea how to use it. Your mind's job is to do what it thinks you want it to do, based very much on what you tell it, based on the language you use. And your job, and it is such an important job, is to tell your mind exactly what you want using relevant, up-to-date, powerful, incredible, exciting, descriptive words. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, the mind can only work in the present tense. Many people go, next year, I'm going to have a bikini body. Next year, I'm going to be so wealthy. Next year, I'm going to have love. Next year, I'm going to be happy. And you see, the mind doesn't know what next year is. In the same way that when you say to a child, we go doing that tomorrow, they go, is it tomorrow today? Is it yesterday today? Because they can't future pace. The mind actually isn't great at future pacing. You have to say now. I am becoming super successful now. I'm joyously happy now. I'm attracting the most amazing, wonderful, lasting love now, right now. And if you add the words now and right now to the things that you want, your mind understands, oh, you want this? I better action this. Whereas next year, 5 years from now, I'm going to be happy. Your mind doesn't really know what that means. The mind works in the present tense only. It's why people who are depressed can't imagine getting better. It's why when you're in pain, it's very hard to imagine no pain, because the mind works in the present tense. Secondly, the mind only responds to words that make pictures, and the more clear and vivid and detailed, the better. If you say, well, I'm never going to eat cake again. I'm just not ever going to eat cake. I'm not interested in cake. Cake doesn't thrill me. What you're saying is I am interested in cake, and cake thrills me, and I need to eat cake again, because the words no, not, don't work. Saying to your kid, don't touch that vase, they hear touch the vase. You go, I got such a weird kid. Every time I say don't touch that, they touch it. That's because the mind doesn't hear the words don't, doesn't understand the words don't, and does not act on the words don't. Have you done a New Year's Eve resolution? Never eat chocolate again. How long did that last? Probably days. Often not long at all. So you cannot prefix with don't, not, never, because it doesn't work. And thirdly, the word you use must be exciting, dramatic, powerful, and super descriptive. Here is a rule of the mind. The way you feel about anything at any time is down to two things: the pictures you make in your head and the words you say to yourself. We all make pictures and words. Successful people make powerful pictures and exciting words, and people who are not successful make negative pictures and negative words. I'm going to get sick now because winter's come, it's flu season. I'm going to get sick because I ate that food and I don't think the waiter's hands are very clean. I'm going to get tired because I've been up all night, the neighbor's dog was barking. People who succeed say, I've got a fantastic rock-hard constitution. I can sleep through anything. So the situation doesn't change. They both sleep with a barking dog. They both eat in the same restaurant. One has a belief, this is great, and the other has a belief, this will make me sick. So you have to use very, very exciting words. People say to me, you know, I'm meditating, and I say things like every day in every way. Life is getting better and better. That is a completely useless waste of your time. Try to picture that every day, in every way, my life is getting better and better. Is that vivid? Is that descriptive? Is that exciting? Is that detailed? Does that set your mind on fire with passion and direction? No, of course it doesn't. Now say something else. I have a skill and a passion and drive and determination. I am going towards my dream career like a magnet, like a laser. I'm skilled, I'm gifted, or I'm a lovable person. I'm lovable and warm and amazing, and I'm finding who I want and they are finding me. That makes a picture, whereas I'm looking for love. That doesn't really make a picture. So the wording is so important. You must use dynamic words, descriptive words, and even the words you put in front of words. So saying, I am motivated and passionate and driven is an amazing word. Saying, my body is a wellness-producing machine, or saying my body is a freaking awesome wellness-producing machine makes a very different picture to I'm trying not to get ill. I'm hoping not to get depressed. I'm trying not to get fat. No, you say I have a phenomenal, extraordinary, super efficient, fantastic metabolic rate. My body burns off whatever I eat. I eat good stuff, healthy stuff, and if I eat occasionally not so good, doesn't matter. My brilliant body, my phenomenal metabolic rate, use everything I eat to build a perfect body for me, and I have a phenomenal, incredible metabolism. Here's another one that will help. I have an extraordinary, foolproof, dependable memory. Your mind goes, I know what that means. Extraordinary, foolproof, dependable. Those words make such a clear image of what you want. And even better, you say to your mind, you know what, mind, what I want, what I insist on, what I require of myself every day is a foolproof, incredible, awesome, phenomenal, dependable memory. Now try doing this. I don't want to forget things anymore. I mustn't forget, I must remember, I mustn't forget, I must remember. You can see that that doesn't work. Turn your mind on, set your mind on fire with words. Reprogram your subconscious mind for success. Remember, it has a job, and its job is to do what you tell it. Your job is to tell it exciting things, understanding the prerequisite. I must speak in the present tense only. I must add in the words now, right now. I must use really exciting words as a descriptive and make a clear picture so my mind knows. And even the words I put in front of words, they work. Absolutely, they work. Do this for yourself, do this for your friends, especially do this with your children. Not, oh, well, you can't read. You are a phenomenal reader. Your brilliant brain understands the words. It understands the sentences. You know, many years ago, I was driving my girls to school and she said, Mummy, you know, this teacher's given me a book and I'm 5 and this book says 7 and I can't read it. I said, you know what, darling? Your teacher must see in you that you are so clever and so advanced. That's why she gave me that book. And she went, and I can read it. In a second, she went from I can't read it because it says 7 to, oh, my teacher thinks I got the brain of a 7-year-old. And she immediately read that book. Because just because she told her mind something different, it's too advanced. Hey, I'm advanced. I can do anything. I'm unstoppable, unshakable. And they're great words to use. If you need more help, please go to marisapeer.com. We have all kinds of free audios to release all of your limiting blocks and your limiting self-beliefs. And we have programs on YouTube that take you directly through how to dialogue with your subconscious mind so it understands and delivers. And there is nothing better than having a subconscious mind that understands you and delivers for you and with you. And when you have that, you actually are unstoppable. So many of your friends need this stuff. Share it with them, subscribe, and you will find that not only will you help yourself, you'll help them too. So like, share, subscribe, help everyone dialogue with their minds better, reprogram their subconscious mind better, and the world will be a better place. We'll have less bullying, less aggression, less acting out, because we'll all feel good about ourselves. And that's a great place to be, especially when you are helping other people feel as good about themselves and their lives as you do. If you enjoyed that video, check out the next one right here. You can also click the link below right here for your free gift. We've kind of forgotten how to hold ourselves. I'm going to show you how to have the body language of someone who appears to be incredibly confident.